largest ferries in the world. Please pay attention to the emergency procedure notices displayed around the vessel. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will hear 7 short blasts followed by 1 prolonged blast on the whistle.
Get a fine view of Liverpool's 2 cathedrals and the Museum of Liverpool.
The river itself is hard to photograph. I walked along it thousands of times. I used to walk to the ferry every day. Rarely got a good picture.
Winning attraction, the Beatles story, which is based at the Albert Dock. The attraction takes visitors on an immersive journey through the lives, times, culture and music of the Beatles.
It seems like I'm exploring my perceptions, you know? I'm exploring vision. I don't know what it means. And these are influenced by my expectations, my intuitions and my memories. You know, a lot of my work is waiting for buses, so there's so many pictures in charity shops because I'm waiting for a bus, a half an hour to wait to go to a charity shop, a half hour wait for the ferry, so I get pictures around the ferry. So a lot of the work wouldn't exist if I drove. But I have to say, my wife drives. He always used to take the piss out of me, but he looked after me. Brian Kenwright, do you remember him?
Kenwright? No, Bill. Bill Kenwright,
No.
he's the thing of...
No, Brian was a guy...
For Everton. Yeah.
Brian was a guy who would sell... He'd be selling the cigarettes under the counter. But he always looked after me, and he died, so I dedicated it to him.
Oh, that was lovely. I remember that store.
But aren't they good? Every single one of them has a really nice face.
Remember the white shoes?
Yeah, you're missing a page?
Am I?
Yeah.
When was it?
What's old?
Maybe 88, maybe 88 to 2000.
You don't camera
This work, I couldn't get any gallery to show it. I went to the National Museums in Liverpool, the Walker Art Gallery.
They wouldn't show me.
No. But I can show it in France. So, Janacek. Two versions of this by the same orchestra. One's in stereo, one's in mono. I don't know if it was 2 separate recordings or the mono's been folded down, but the mono I prefer. I still remember the evening vividly, and I photographed people in the image over different times. But, you know, 6, 8 of these pictures all look interesting to me. I don't know which is the best one. I don't know whether I should maybe reproduce the whole lot. I don't know. So I think of what Gary Winogrand said about looking at a contact sheet is just as much an adventure as when you make a picture. It's just as easy to miss, you know, the moment, if your mind's not as free and open. Because what you're looking for is something you don't know is going to work necessarily. You're looking for something that surprises you. You're looking for new knowledge. You're looking for, yeah, just like when you get your prints back from Boots and you're looking through your prints. You're looking for one that surprises you. Think, oh, wow, where did that come from? There's a fair few quite nice pages just of text here in a row. So I'm not great at remembering things. I'm not particularly articulate. So when I began as a student, I had this big old diary my mother gave me, and I put A at the beginning, Z at the end, divided it all up. And every time I thought something was interesting, it could be about music, could be about football, could be about art, it could be about global warming. Even then I was interested in that. I would write it down because I would forget it. This is about the 7th I've done since 1973. Joyce has always been really important to me, being Irish. I read Ulysses over about 3 years, didn't understand lots of it, and then I started reading about James Joyce, and so many things he talked about related to what I thought I was doing. I remember he talked about the indivisibility of form and content. The necessity of joining an event and the composition, the events of his life becoming artistic sources, even as they command his present attention. He shapes again the experiences that have shaped him. In the process of reshaping experience, they become part of his life, participation in 2 continual, simultaneous processes. So that's it. I'm happy to photograph all the time and live life. If I go to a party, I don't want to just stand and talk to people. I'm happy to take pictures and talk to people, and I come away with pictures. When I went to Martin Parr's 60th birthday, I was told not to bring my camera. Maybe they wanted me there, not on duty, not working. But for me, when I've got the camera, I can move around, catch everybody's eye, a few words with different people, a whole sense of the thing, and make pictures. And that's better for me than just going there and just being sociable, which would be fine, but, Ah, wow.
So this is a possible cover. This is the possible front or back. Here. So there's a lot of these things. Because in the end only one works. Anyway, so this is on the envelope. This is either the front or the possible back. New book is right here. It's done exactly the same manner. So yeah, again, and a lot of repairs and rearrangements. I don't know if we want to flip through this, but this is Martin Parr's selection of 101 of his favourite photographs of Tom. And again, even though I'm very familiar with most of these photographs, it's a new book, so it demands a new sequence, new pairings, it's got to have its own flow. It just can't borrow as if it's a compilation from chapters of other books stuck together. So the thing has to work on its own terms.
Interesting.
Okay.
And do you think Photoman was had an influence on books subsequently? Remember when I first had that kind of work and showed him to Susan Kismarek at MoMA, yeah, and she came to the house and she said, "You can't do this," you know, and you wrote me a long letter about why you can't do it. And then even when we finished it, we tried to get it published, didn't we? I went to Arles with it, I went everywhere with it. No one was interested. It's just the fact that, you know, the fact Steidl, you know, saw it in the back of a taxi and said he would do it. No one else would have done it. And he paid you as well.
The books are there. The books are there. That's the point. The books are there.
Yes. Liverpool, yeah. I'm not articulate about Liverpool. I originally wanted people to speak who know about Liverpool, who speak all the time, who know about the football, who know about... So here's Jamie Carragher, famous defender for Liverpool football team. He said, we're a very modest club at Liverpool. We don't talk, we don't boast, but we're very professional. Carragher translate, actions speak louder than words. He's saying, I wouldn't say we like the very negative images others give to Liverpool, but it gives us something to rally against, he says. People here have got a bit of life, haven't they? That's what I think when I look at the England team. The two best players were Wayne Rooney and Steven Gerrard. They can put in a tackle and look after themselves, but also be creative, be the creative spark. People from Liverpool can be the nicest possible way, little fuckers. And Stevie and Wayne have that devilment. Kids don't have jobs now. They don't play Sunday football, and those things toughen you up. I don't see many little fuckers around today. There's a lot of nice lads, but football's not for nice lads. So we're never going to use any of that, but, you know, I like football. Kind of sexy sisters here. It's just the actual print is a bit grey. So mother and two daughters. A long time ago, I've only just printed it for the first time. Two sisters, they look like, it's like something out of the 1950s. These are twins and these are twins. Yeah, this is a great one, I think. I took it when I was a student. This was an early series I always did. Whenever I saw a mother and daughter, I'd ask, can I take a picture? And I can't find it. I had an original work print. It was just horrible. So this print that Tim has made it's just a revelation to me. It looks amazing, given it was a really bad negative. There's 4 prints here. They're all different, you know, held back different ways. He couldn't get her face correct. He went to all the trouble of bleaching it back and then rewashing the whole print. It's too light behind. On the wall, it's clearly been dodged. He's caught the wall while he's been doing that, and maybe her face is too light. The girl's face is maybe a bit dark on this one, so this probably fails. But other bits of it look great. This one here is better. The dodging is more natural, not as clearly dodged. The little girl is better, the shirt's brighter. So she's standing out more and balancing the picture better. On this one, it's pretty good. That's close. That may be the best one. Yes, I collected these postcards since since I was about 14, 15 years old. So when this French publisher Textuel approached me and said, is there any little project, any book you would like to do you've never done? For some reason the mother and daughter thing came into my head. It was always been there, never printed. And I told them about these postcards I collected as a kid, these vernacular images. And when I sent them maybe 200 images to choose to look at. They thought some of my early ones were found pictures. They weren't, of course. And then later, they mentioned this to Sam in Arles, and he said, oh, must send me these postcards. So I made 2 PDFs and sent them off. And I believe it was the postcards that swung the show, We have this lovely piece of writing on the back.
Yeah.
So the stamp says, 1912, Oswald Street. And on the writing, it says, 3 ladies waiting for their lovers in the moonlight.
We just wanted to show you, with a different background how.
Yeah, but we lost this.
But we
object.
lose the object.
The sense of it being an object.
Effects. Yeah.
I've got there's some nice ideas with the postcards, which is not clear, which I can send you to maybe we could change a couple of them over, that's all. My name should be underneath their name. Mother, daughter, sister, and then Tom Wood, but all following.
Because I really prefer to dissociate the title and your name.
Uh-huh.
So for me, up and down should be a nice solution.
Okay. So spread 13?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, it's fine. It was too big before for me, too grainy. Everything's fine, and then... Lola, you're in the picture. I don't think it should even be in the book. I don't think it's good enough. Not enough for me. Very early neg, 1978 maybe. This is even just the same period, late 1970s, off the Rolleicord camera, the old VPS colour film. Still looks great. Negative hasn't faded. That's their mother on the wall. So when we first moved to New Brighton, we actually lived on the promenade, overlooking the river, looking at Liverpool. And then this time of year, bank holidays, summer, normally during the day, the promenade itself would be hundreds of people walking. Often they'd walk from the ferry boat along to New Brighton as part of the day out. So I began photographing as soon as I got onto the prom. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
We're doing a film about mother, daughter, sister. So,
About what, sorry?
mother, daughter, sister.
Oh, well, we're appropriate. It's like we planned it.
So that's what you are.